Give Bees a Chance. Words and pictures by Bethany Barton. This is my best buddy, Edgar. We love all the same things, like board games, dinosaurs, strawberries, and honey. And of course, bees. Except I don't really like bees. Sure you do. Didn't I tell you there are about 25,000 different kinds of bees to love? A European honeybee, a leafcutter bee, an eastern carpenter bee, a southeastern blueberry bee, a squash bee, a mining bee, a yellow-faced bee, a woodcarder bee, a horn-faced bee, a cellophane bee, a metallic green bee, a cuckoo bee, sweet bee, common blue bumblebee, maybe. And then I told you about all the 3 types of honeybees. Queens, large, fertile, job, make all the babies, just 1 per hive. Drones, large, males with no stinger, job, find a queen and stay with her, 300 to 500 per hive. Workers, small, sterile females with stingers, job, everything else, gather nectar, pollen, water, make honey, feed babies, build and protect the hive, make royal jelly to feed the queen, and more, 30,000 to 80,000 per hive. Ah, get them away from me. Blow gently on bees to make them scatter.
I did that
Ooh,
yesterday.
thanks. Like I was saying, I don't like bees. But why? Mostly because of their stingers and their attached venom sacs, which are the cause of painful bee stings. Last Sunday, Edgar, brave tears, the ouch, super mean bee, stinger. That part you told me last week, but that was just 1 bee. Couldn't you still give bees a chance? Maybe I just need to remind you how weird and cool honeybee's anatomy is. 5 eyes, 3 tiny, simple, 1 lens eyes called oculi, 2 large compound eyes with thousands of lenses, 2 stomachs, honeybee or crop for turning nectar into honey, bee stomach for digesting nectar, 4 wings that lock together for flying, then come apart for an easy storage, complete with pollen basket, an area where they can put their hind legs, and they can almost store 1 million grains of pollen. That's cool, right? Maybe you just need to get some time some time to get to know them. How about millions of years? Did you know that bees lived with dinosaurs? Scientists found that bee fossils from millions of years ago, and even ancient Egyptians kept bees. There's a hieroglyphic symbol for bees. It looks like a downward B. In fact, honey from bees was found in Egyptian tombs. Ooh, honey. And it was still edible. Perfect. Maybe you just need some honey. Bees make honey. Why are you telling me all this stuff? So you'll give bees a chance. Once you learn how great bees are, you're bound to fall in love with them.
Not like that.
Check out how honey is made. A bee gathers nectar from flowers. The nectar goes straight into his stomach, special honey stomach called a crop. Contents of the crop are spit into a new bee's mouth. The bee breaks down the sugars of the nectar within their crop. The processed nectar is passed on to several more bees here, which break down the nectar in the crops until it becomes honey. Then it gets barfed into the honeycomb cells and fanned by the wings of the bees.
It's kind of gross.
To evaporate moisture. And lastly, it's sealed with beeswax to keep it safe until it's eaten. Did you barf, he says? Oh, he says, did you say barf? So. Just 1 pound of honey takes 2 million flowers and thousands of bees to create. Ah, too many bees. Blow gently on bees to make them scatter. It looks like I haven't convinced you yet. Nope, because they're all going to sting me. Oh, well, bees do sting sometimes, but not because they're mean. Stinger stories. Bees only sting to defend themselves. You look delicious, says the bird. Back off, bird, says the bee. Or to avoid getting squished or smashed. In fact, many bees lose their stinger after attacking, which is sort of like your hand disappearing after you pinch your sister.
Don't do that.
Also, what were you wearing? What are you wearing? Bee armor. It's not going to work. It's designed for dragons. I think it can handle bees. Well, there is a kind of armor that beekeepers wear, but it looks quite a bit different. It allows them to collect honey and beeswax without getting stung by startled bees. White color puts bees at ease. Veil protects the eyes and the neck. The suit covers the skin. Beehive frame filled with honeycomb is what he catches them in, and the hive boxes with removable frames for bees to build honeycomb in. You know I love honey, but I'd be willing to give it up forever not to see a bee again. But giving up bees means giving up so much more than just honey. Some scientists say bees are responsible for 1/3 of all of the fruits and vegetables that we eat. Beehives have a big impact on the food chain. You see, in order for plants to grow fruits and vegetables, they need the right ingredients. A major ingredient they need is pollen. But since flowers can't move, they can't always get pollen from each other. I don't have arms. I want to make a strawberry. Throw me some pollen! That's where bees fly in. A bee's fuzzy body catches pollen from flowers. Pollen falls into the next flower where the bee is. They act as a pollen delivery service, helping give flowers the ingredients that they need. A single bee can visit over 1,000 flowers a day, making bee pollination powers unparalleled, which means without bees, there'd be a lot less yummy stuff to eat. And bees are disappearing in large numbers. Missing, name bee, occupation pollinator, possible reasons for disappearance, pesticides, parasites called veronomites, lack of bee-friendly flowers, pollution. Bees actually need our help. Okay, I take it back. I don't want bees to be gone. I even sort of want to help them, as long as they don't sting me. Well, planting bee-friendly flowers is a great way to help the bee population. You can plant asters, coniflowers, and blue hyssop. They're pretty too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Won't that just attract more bees? Hopefully, yes. But just approach a bee like you would a dog that you don't know. Don't get too close. Don't try to touch it unless you're a flower. It should lose interest in you anyway and fly away. And if more people like you give bees a chance, they might just have, well, a chance to make the world a sweeter place.
Why is this book like 10 minutes long?
Now, have I told you how much I like bears? Bees.